My name is Gabo Karsai, Managing Director of Mind and Life Europe. Let me start with some technical announcements. This event is live streamed on our Mind and Life Europe YouTube channel. We have got a record number of registrants, but if you want to share this talk with your friends who didn't register, please share our YouTube link with them. During and after Mingyur Rinpoche's talk, you will also have the chance to post questions in the chat. I apologize in advance if we won't have time for all the questions due to the large number of participants present. About the event. In the modern age, mindfulness has become popular and its interpretation can therefore vary widely. Mingyur Rinpoche will talk about mindfulness and beyond. What's beyond mindfulness? From the perspective of the Mahamudra and Dzogchen traditions of Tibetan Buddhism. Mingyur Rinpoche is member of the Mind and Life Europe Association and is an internationally well-known and respected Tibetan teacher and master of the Karma Kagyu and Nyingma lineages, and leads the Targar meditation community. He has co-authored several best-selling books, including The Joy of Living, Unlocking the Secret and Science of Happiness. Dear Mingyur Rinpoche, before your talk, you may want to lead us into a short meditation, a minute of silence. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. So I would like to lead the simple meditation. So everyone, you can sit comfortably as wherever you are, on the cushion, chair, wherever. And please close your eyes if you want. And keep your spine loosely straight. And then relax. Relax muscles in your body. Relax muscles in your face, neck, shoulder, stomach, arms and legs. Relax meaning just let it be. No need to force to relax. If you cannot relax, allow that cannot relax. When you allow that you cannot relax, that means you're relaxing. And then whatever sensations, feelings, let them come, let them go. Just drop whatever tight control. Stop creation, stop block or accumulate or creation. Let go of all this. Just be yourself. Be who you are. You don't need to even meditate. Just listen to your body and listen to your mind. letting everything be as it is openness. It is kind also. It is acceptance. Okay. Thank you. So should I begin? Yeah. So now the title of teaching today is about mindfulness and beyond. And normally there's many people, know about the mindfulness meditation. So the meditation, especially in the Tibetan Buddhism, according to Nyingma and Kagyu. So my main lineage is Kagyu. I learned also Nyingma and also other traditions, what we call non-sectarian. We have 4 main meditative lineage in the Tibet. Actually, I received teachings from all the lineage. But these meditation teachings are there in the West, East, in the modern time. It's everywhere. And special nowadays, there's a lot of research. The Mind Life did a lot of research, and I'm also research subject. So normally what I call, I'm guinea pig. Red guinea pig, Normally guinea pig is white. So from the research, meditation is really brings peace in your mind. And there's some other different research that it is good for health, good for body. So normally what I said, meditation helps peace mind, healthy body, then it's good for life, of course. So, but then there's a lot of commercial related meditations. So one time I saw the advertisement that 7 days to the enlightenment. So somebody, there's a person with a business suit and there's a laptop, and on the laptop, flying on the laptop. So sometimes we are making meditation as what we call, the purpose of meditation is to let go of what we call craving and aversion. So these two is the actually source of unhappiness, special mental disturbance. And of course, these two, craving and aversion, can affect our life. Maybe we think, without craving and without aversion, how I can live my life, Whatever I do in my life, I have to crave for that. And if there's an obstacle for my work or job, whatever, then I have to, have aversion for that. Without that, life may not be interesting. Some people say that. In a way, that's true. If we don't think out of the box, if we not discover wisdom, mindfulness, awareness, love, compassion, all this what we call innate qualities, We all have these wonderful innate qualities. If we not be with these qualities, if we not connect with these qualities, then what we have is craving and aversion and craving. Otherwise, we cannot function, right? Then you may, you may give up. So we crave, doesn't work, big problem, obstacle, then maybe sometimes give up. But then there's another way. You can live your life with joyful, meaningful, successful, with awareness, with mindfulness, with love and compassion, with wisdom. So normally we only think in the box. When we think out of box, something can happen. So I will give you one example. So there's a watch here. So this is what we call craving and aversion, grasping. So I hold my watch, right? So normally we are holding like this on our life, whatever our job, relationship, possession, with the tight craving or maybe loss, maybe some other part may come out and then you try your best to hold. If you don't hold this, what happened? You lose the watch. Hold, now, lose the watch, right? So is there any other way? What do you think? You don't hold, but watch is still in your hand. Is there any other possibility? So maybe I will show you. So I have special magic. So I will let go of my hand, but the watch is still there. So, okay, so the magic is, 1, 2, 3. So I let go of my hand, but the watch is still there. So letting go, different ways. Letting go with wisdom. Letting go with mindfulness, awareness, compassion. But still you can live your life meaningful, peaceful, wonderful. And actually it's better. Life become more happy, more successful, more benefit for others, you, win-win situation. So therefore, all these traditional teachings, normally how to let go of this craving and aversion. But of course, we see the benefit of the meditation, of course, special at the beginning. When we begin to meditate, beneficial, easily see. When we long-term transformation, or the higher transformation comes in your mind, sometimes not easy to see the great transformation from outside. But anyway, there's a lot of benefit. But then sometimes what we use is only benefit for the health, or sometimes even for the competition. Me and my colleagues, or my core companies, or my competition play with somebody. If I meditate, I become more productive, more make money, and my competitive company may lose business. Or if I become more peace, then I become more smart, and then maybe I can manipulate. So that kind of motivation is then the benefit is not so last long, not the great benefit, not really transformation comes, because you may trap in the same loop of aversion and craving. So sometimes I see there's a lot of meditation, which is to look for peace, calm, and joy. Sometimes I make joke. when I go to the West, and the concept about meditation is peace, calm, joy, happy. Of course, this thing can come from meditation, but we don't call these are the essence of meditation. We call these are experience of meditation, a byproduct of meditation. But when we think about craving all the peace, calm, joy, meditation meaning peace. Then I saw another advertisement with the big smile, peace. And there's a bee coming, small bees. And then eyes are looking at the bee, peace. So try to make artificial smile and then disturbed by bee, because when you look for peace, normally the peaceful experience will say, I'm busy. And actually mind become more sensitive. When you don't care about the peaceful experience, then maybe peaceful experience will say, I have time. If you want, I may come. So when we crave something, actually it's not easy to get it. Our mind does the opposite. When we say yes, mind say no. When we say no, mind say yes. So that's the trap of the aversion and the craving. So even the meditation become like this. Peace. Peace, When you look for peace, you're tight. You cannot be peace. But sometimes when I go to the East, people think meditation is think of nothing. Empty mind, empty brain, concentration. And when hear some noise, shh, I'm meditating. So that is also craving for no thought, or aversion to the thought, aversion of the emotion, aversion of the busy mind, monkey mind. So craving, aversion, these two will not be the traditional idea of meditation. So then what is the essence of meditation? What is the real meditation? So normally what I call the essence of meditation is awareness. I translate as awareness. So in the Pali called sati, and Sanskrit I think smriti. In Tibetan what we call tempa or rigpa. There's many way to express the awareness. So tempa or rigpa, same thing, I translate as awareness. Because the mindfulness, it may not fully represent the meaning of tempa or rigpa. So mindful might need little bit object, might need little bit mindful on something, and there might be a little bit kind of like subject, object, aversion, craving. But awareness is just like light, just aware. So I translate as awareness. So many people ask me a question, what is the difference between mindfulness and awareness? Sometimes I make joke. So mindfulness may be a little bit conservative and awareness may be liberal. So now, what is awareness? So awareness meaning knowing. Awareness is being. Awareness is witness, presence. So whatever thought, emotion, feeling, perception, memory, whatever comes in the mind, be with that. Knowing, being. You don't need to do anything. You just be with it. And the fundamental quality of our mind is awareness. Awareness, sometimes what we call clarity, sometimes what we call luminosity, the sublime part of the mind. Sometimes a little bit like consciousness, but normally when we call consciousness has to have object, always have to have something. Like when I discuss with the psychology and cognitive science, they talk about the mind meaning memory, perception, feeling, emotion. And sometimes I discuss with some other tradition of the meditation tradition, the definition of mind meaning taking an object or knowing object is the mind. But for Kagyu and the human lineage of tradition, the mind or awareness is something, and that is this. You are not unconscious now, that's all, right? Your mind is different than piece of stone. The clarity, the basic consciousness. And this basic consciousness is like what we call sky. And thought, emotion, perception, memory, all these are emotion, all these are cloud in the sky. So no matter what kind of cloud comes, they all come in the sky, stay in the sky, dissolve into sky. And sky is always there. And sky is always present, pure, free. But the cloud, many different clouds, sometimes beautiful cloud, sometimes ugly cloud, sometimes storm may come, like hurricane, tornado, typhoon, sometimes pollution, sometimes rainbow with drizzling, the nice rain, sometimes blue sky with the sun shining. So it changes. But no matter how this pollution comes, how this the weather changes, the nature of sky never changes, always present, pure. So the real traditional of Dzogchen and the Mahamudra lineage is how to be with the sky, the purpose of meditation, how to be with the sky, not with the cloud. So normally we are lost in the cloud. And most of the time, we even don't know there is sky. We forget about sky. And we are completely one with the cloud. And then for the cloud, doesn't matter. Beautiful cloud, ugly cloud. Blue sky or storm. All this cloud, it doesn't matter. And once we are lost in the cloud is always changing. So life up and down, the mental emotion up and down, everything up and down. So now sometimes what I call, there are two kinds of the meditation. One style is the object-oriented. So I think many of the mindfulness is more focused on the object. Breath is object. Maybe thought, maybe sensation, maybe phenomena. So let them come, let them go, just be with it. So object-oriented meditation. But here with the Mahamudra and Dzogchen is what we call subject. Subject meaning awareness. The subject-oriented. Awareness is important. Object doesn't matter. You can have object, of course. At the beginning, it is very difficult to connect with the sky. So we have to have something. For example, now between your screen, my image screen, and your face, there is space, right? So there is space, but where are you looking at? On the object. We don't know how to look at the empty space. And most of the time, we are not aware of the space. Although we think there is space, but we don't really know how to contact with the space. So we can see space through the object, right? Space between laptop or whatever phone and to your face, there is empty. And now you can say there is space because that's object. So through object, you can connect with space. So that is the meditation with object. Then eventually, let go of object. Just be awareness with itself. So what we call open awareness meditation, open present meditation. So all these are there. So now the really important is when we begin to meditate. So maybe today I will choose one meditation object now. So maybe I will choose the object or not object. I think object. It's difficult to learn first without object. So we can do, so actually we can meditate with any object. Important is awareness. Object doesn't matter. And also we can meditate with any time. We can meditate everywhere, anytime, under any circumstances. So first important is we have to know what is awareness. So I introduce you, awareness is the knowing the fundamental, the mind, which is base of thought, emotion, feeling, everything. So how to connect with that awareness through objects? So how many of you can see my hand? So if you see my hand, that means you're connected with awareness. Knowing my hand is awareness. Very simple. Now it's become meditation. So now what we're going to do is I will teach you breathing meditation. This is the very common and famous meditation. So for the breathing meditation, first, I would like to ask you a question. How many of you have breath now? How many of you are breathing now? If you are breathing, raise your hand. You can raise hand in front of screen. I hope you are raising. I hope you are raising hand. I hope you have breath. Okay, good. That is awareness. So breathing meditation, finish. You learn already. So understand? Mind and the breath together. So when you mind knows or be with the breath. So here, very important thing that what we call aware, meaning you don't need to purpose or you don't need to push or you don't need to control anything. It's like listening, more like listen to your breath. Be with your breath. So whatever breath comes and goes, doesn't matter. Shallow breath, deep breath, long breath, short breath, tight breath, peaceful breath, irregular breath, doesn't matter. Just be with the breath. Natural. With the natural breath. So that mind and breath together, and that is the meditation. So we will try this together. So you can sit wherever you are, and you can, if you sit on the chair, try to touch both of your feet to the ground, or cross your leg, also okay. And keep your spine loosely straight. And if you like, you can close your eyes. Now first, feel your body. And relax the muscles in the body. From head to feet. And feel the gravity in your body. And actually there is awareness throughout the body. Awareness manifests through the feeling, through the sensation, through the ear, through the nose, through the tongue. Now, please to be aware of the breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Natural breath, you can breathe from the nose, from the mouth, from the both. It's up to you. Just be with your breath. Notice that you're breathing. Of course, your mind cannot be with the breath long time. Only glimpse of the breath. Your mind may jump into the past, into the future. Or my to-do list of what should I do next. That's totally okay. But whatever comes in your mind, if the list comes, be with the list for a few seconds. That is the same mindfulness. Mindfulness on the breath or mindfulness on the list is same. And then bring back to the breath again. And again, you forget about your breath, forget about meditation. Totally somewhere, that's okay. Bring back to the breath. Okay, how was it? So now here, very important thing is, blah, 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 yada, yada. We may have a lot of thought, past regret, future worry, present doing right or wrong. Forget about something you remember about the list. All this thought, emotion, perception, whatever, let them come, let them go. So normally what I call pizza meditation. Yeah, maybe we try pizza meditation. So pizza meditation has one rule. For 1 minute, you cannot think of pizza. Okay? So this pizza meditation, very special meditation. We try again. Please keep your spine loosely straight. Close your eyes. Be with your own body. Feel your body. And then I will say 1, 2, 3. When you hear 3, you cannot think of pizza. 1, 2, 3. No pizza, okay? No pizza. Okay. How was it? I think many pizzas. Many pizzas come into your mind. So that is how we are creating problems. What we are making mountain out of molehill. So that is the power of aversion. When we try to stop something, mind does the opposite. So when you say no pizza, what happens? More pizza comes. And you cannot stop pizza actually. The more you say no pizza, the pizza become more. So then eventually pizza comes from up and down and right and left. You cannot meditate. So when you say no thought, thought become more. When you say no emotion, they become more. So when you meditate, let them come. Whatever thought is okay. Positive, negative, good, peaceful, not peaceful. Let them come. Emotion okay, thought okay. So if 10 pizza comes, okay. When you watch your breath, pizza comes like that. Breathing in, breathing out, pizza, breathing in, another pizza comes. Let pizza come and go. Don't try to stop that. If you stop, you cannot stop. It makes worse. So when you let go of that, you are freeing aversion. And when you welcome whatever positive, negative, happy, not happy thought, you are freeing aversion. And at the same time, the essence of meditation is awareness, being with the breath. And doesn't matter what kind of peaceful, not peaceful, happy, not happy, doesn't matter. You are letting go of craving. So these two is very important. And that is not only important for your meditation, also important for your life. Whatever you do in your life, if you lost with craving and aversion, without awareness, without be with whatever you're doing, then your job also may not be successful. Your life, relationship, study, whatever you do in your life become quite difficult. And on the way, we will make a lot of unnecessary problem. Mountain out of molehill. we will make our own prison. We will make new glass, yellow glass, and see everything yellow. So things, a lot of misunderstandings in the communication, misunderstanding between you and others, and seeing the world not as they are, seeing the world influenced by craving and aversion. But at the beginning, we cannot let go of that. We can let go that through the breath from the subtle level. Welcome. But don't get lost. So don't give up. Let go. Letting go is not giving up. So this way, I think this is a really particular, the lineage emphasize about the meditation. The first important is the awareness is important. Second, let go of craving and aversion. And the third important is the intention. Intention connected with the love and compassion. So when you begin to meditate, put the meaning. Why I'm going to meditate? I'm going to meditate to help others, maybe your friends, family, colleagues, boss, staff, friends. So if you transform the peace, whatever your transformation radiate to them, and it will help people around you will be happy. People around you will be peaceful. People around you will have now around the world we are pandemic. So the pandemic is contagious, right? Virus. You may have positive contagious of mindfulness, contagious of awareness and the compassion. So think about that at the beginning. Purpose, not only for you, Me. I want to be peace. I want to be good health. Only want to be good job, successful, good business. This is why I meditate. Then only me. Craving is still there. And the meditation helps a little bit, then stuck there. It cannot go beyond. So this intention at the beginning is very important. Then end of the meditation, what we call dedication. So may my meditation be cause of peaceful to my friends, family, society, for the world. So we are in the world. So world is part of us. We are part of the world. So when we transform, we are transforming something in the world. So you dedicate for that. May my meditation may cause to be peaceful world. May free from sufferings, problems, obstacles. May my meditation may cause for free pandemic. So you can whatever dedicate for that purpose. So by doing that, then this meditation is really connected with the traditional meditation, and the transformation is what we call become unlimited. Okay, so today I will now stop my talk here, and I would like to have some Q&A. Thank you. And
thank you very much.
Most
Thank
welcome.
you very much, most Venerable Mingyur Rinpoche, for your really meaningful and deep teaching. In our Mind and Life Europe community, we talk a lot about mindfulness. And before I would turn to the questions that were raised by the participants, I would just like to ask one specific question. We hear a lot about mindfulness as a secular version of Buddhist meditation. Is mindfulness secular, and is Buddhist meditation religious? How do you see the context of secularism and religion with regards to meditation and mindfulness?
So normally, the Buddha's teaching, what we call path. So the path is awareness, love and compassion, and the wisdom. These three is path. And this is actually universal. It's not owned by Buddha or belong to Buddhists. So sometimes what we call Buddhist is not religion. It's the way of life. So it depends on how you can interpret it. And of course, the people label religion or not, they have many different definitions of that. So it depends on you. And the mindfulness, these meditations is from Buddhists. A lot of those meditations from the Buddhist tradition. And within the Buddhist practice, that is the main practice. So there's no such particular Buddhist mindfulness or awareness, something different than what we practice now. What I'm practicing, this is the main practice of the Buddhist. So we can say anything.
Thank you very much. Also, our community, Mind and Life Europe, includes many researchers, scientists, neuroscientists who are studying the functioning of the brain during meditation, for example. So one of our members, Marieke van Vogt, is here with us, and she posted a question in the chat. A big problem in meditation research is to get an idea of meditators' level in meditation. Would Rinpoche be able to say something about how we could measure, detect the level of meditation proficiency someone has achieved? Maybe there are multiple dimensions which you would want to take into account.
So I think of course, we can somehow measure that. Normally what we call first is a waterfall experience. When you begin to meditate, a lot of blah, 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 yada, yada, looks like getting worse. Then second is the river-like experience. So still moving, but more consistent. The awareness is more consistent. Whenever you want to be with awareness, you can be with awareness. In the end, lake without wave. So then you are almost like fully controlled. You can meditate more than half hour without loss, with awareness. And after that, there's what we call Xinjiang. So Xinjiang is the very flexibility of the body. Even you sit long time, you can sit long time. Then normally there's some sensation in the body that little bit like missing, how to say, sensation of something. There's the subtle level of craving. This is not enough, I need more, or something is missing, something is not right, a little bit lonely, a little bit empty, a little bit insecurity. So that is there in the body and in the mind, different level. Some people even not recognize that. And that is the cause of panic or depression, many things. And that will, when that Xinjiang that comes, that will go away for a while when you meditate. But when you not meditate, they will come back. And after that, then there's the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana. These are very difficult to achieve. But there's a different state of things. The problem is now, if really good meditator and who meditate a lot, normally they don't want to share this because has to keep, there's an advice to keep private. And if this show off, it may become cause of ego again, craving and aversion may come. And so therefore like that. But if new one, someone just totally brand new, and if someone teach meditation to them, and then it need to follow for a long time. So May can measure.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Another question from Adi Riyadi. The meditation recognizing awareness is different from the meditation with object, as you mentioned, that will lead to jhana concentration. Is the practice leading to different path or actually the same, these two types in the end?
In the end, it's same, but on the path is one has to be back to the breath, back to the breath, back to the breath. So what I call little bit conservative. And another one is awareness important. Whatever comes is okay, but still is one-pointed. The awareness is continued, although object is different. So, but both part, I mean the my tradition also practice with object at the beginning, but the object is to help recognize awareness. Not the object is important. Yeah.
Thank you. Another question from Janie Y. Peng Chan. How do we understand our mind when thoughts and stories that appear during meditation are things that doesn't happen in my real life? Why is it that our mind actually creates such delusions or illusions that never happened?
Yeah, sometimes we have this what we call energy movement. So some meditator or not the meditator, some people might have that. So there's some kind of like feeling, sense of energy or image or thought, even sometimes perceptions, voice. So which is not related with reality may happens. But let go, don't attach to that. Let them come, let them go. But normally what we call 5 skandhas. So first is the matter, physical body. Second is a feeling. So feeling cannot judge. Feeling cannot describe about the quality. Just feel happy, pleasant, unpleasant, neutral. But feeling is very important. Everybody look for feeling. Everybody will look for happiness. Nobody doesn't want happiness. So then next is concept. The conceptual mind recognizes, describe. The conceptual mind is time traveler. Go to the past, go to the future. And that is saying blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Then we have mental events. So then there's many different part of the mind, like volition, intention, which is, and there's the destructive mind, peaceful mind, so many various. And these are mostly describe the quality about the object. Then the stream of consciousness. So many different level of the mind, which is there with us. It's like we have the four elements, earth, water. Why they are? By nature.
Thank you once again. We are receiving some really personal questions here as well, and I will share some. But before that, there is one from John Recroft. There is a huge choice of mindfulness teachers, techniques, and organizations. Some are abusive or cultish. How can one avoid cults and abuse? How can one choose a genuine teacher and tradition?
Yes. The Buddha said, most important is don't rely on the person, rely on the teaching. So really important that we are the master of our own. Nobody is my master. So these teachings are really important to use our wisdom, love and compassion, and the awareness, mindfulness. So follow the teachings. Nowadays we can look teaching everywhere in the suttas on the fingertip, right? So the Buddha's teaching is still there, and study that in general Buddha teaching how, and that teaching how help our life or your own experience. And then relying on, Buddha said the real teacher is the teaching. So relying on the teaching then person. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Tuptar Namgyal thanks your teaching and asks at which level of practice will be a good time to leave the object to non-object meditation.
So at the beginning, like my tradition, we recommend at least 1 month, practice with the meditation with object. So once you get some familiar with the awareness, then you can let go of the object.
Very simple. And how do you meditate on compassion? That's from an anonymous attendee. Do you just think of compassion, or what do you do?
Understand, everybody want to be happy, don't want to suffer, just like you. 24 hours. So wish may they be happy. Wish may they free from suffering. That is the practice of love and compassion.
So you don't meditate on the concept of compassion, you meditate on the actual action of feeling compassion towards others.
Compassion is feeling, is intention also, motivation, feeling, emotion, positive emotion. And the actual, it depends. So you cannot help everybody. So try your best to help, but at the same time, you have to accept up and down. So balance is very important.
So now come some more personal questions. Anna asks, I know from Rinpoche's book that unpleasant sensations in the body can be the object of meditation. I have smoking and alcohol addiction. My unpleasant sensation in the body comes from the toxic waste. How do I go through that during meditation?
So if the very strong unpleasant, what we call accumulate by habit, maybe with you long time and it's quite strong, and you build up resistance for a long time or suppress a long time, it's quite difficult at the beginning to practice with unpleasant sensation. So what we call pleasant sensation or neutral sensation first. Small unpleasant sensation first. And then you leave it. When the big unpleasant sensation comes, you can jump, you can move. But then slowly you can practice that. But another very important is this sensation stays in the body. So maybe you should do some physical exercise, very important, aerobic exercise. And if this become out of control, you should check with the doctor, psychologist, or psychotherapy. Sometime at the beginning, this really helps. Then you can practice meditation and you can do physical exercise. Combination of these three, it will help.
A similar one, not related to addiction, but another type of craving, attachment. I have a habit of attachment to people, relationships, and they cause lots of suffering. So what type of meditation should I practice if I want to gain liberation from them?
Let go, but don't give up. This is very important. So normally we trap in maybe, I need a good relationship, and you trap again. So when you try to look for very good relationship, very nice, then mind becomes sensitive. Your mind becomes sensitive. The other mind becomes sensitive. Then slightly wrong, a lot of lists. You have to be there. You have to understand me, and maybe if your meditator you have to meditate like me, So that's impossible to have somebody. Normally what I call Mr. Perfect and Mrs. Perfect is impossible. But Mr. Okay, Mrs. Okay is good. But sometimes it doesn't work. So you should start the relationship, work, or people. But at the same time, you have to let go. Let go doesn't mean give up. Just be standby, and whatever something happens, okay. If not, let go. So maybe sometime you may not be meant to be together, or maybe cannot get together. You have to accept that. That's the truth of suffering. So acceptance of truth of suffering is very important.
Again, another type of question with regards to a personal condition. How can one practice with mental fog, fatigue due to health condition?
So these very heavy, sometimes very difficult to practice. You can, of course, begin with some physical exercise, and you can meditate while you're moving the body. Sometimes sit, and then forgiveness, mental pain, physical related mind, body pain may come. But if you do meditation with the working, it's good. And then you can see there are various meditation techniques like breath, mental recitation, meditation with sound, meditation with sensation, thought, emotion. Which one is more easy for you? You can choose, because different personality, different type might be good to know which one is suitable for you. Try that for a few days until you feel bored, until you feel it doesn't work. Then change again. So rotate of this meditation will keep you fresh and also improve more easily.
Now we are coming back to some more conceptual questions. Li Chin asks how to start doing subject orientation or subject-oriented meditation that you mentioned, Rinpoche. Please give some examples, if possible, how to start.
I just teach this now. So what I say, what is awareness? Just knowing, being. And are you breathing? Yes. Just be with the breath. That's all. Knowing breath. By knowing breath, we are connecting with awareness. Awareness is just knowing or being, right? So then the breath is just support for that awareness. It doesn't matter. So normally what we call view and intention. So view meaning recognize awareness. What is awareness? So I think all of you have some idea about awareness. Intention, now I'm going to be with practice or meditation, whatever you call it, with the breath. So then just knowing breath become meditation. So normally you know breath, but it's not become meditation. But now you know breath, it's become meditation. Why is that? That view and the motivation will change.
Can Rinpoche explain the difference between Mahamudra and Dzogchen? This is a question from Patricia Lee, and the experience of meditation on emptiness.
So Mahamudra and Dzogchen. So in the Tibet, there's two famous meditative lineage, one called Mahamudra. So Kagyupa, main focus about the Mahamudra. Nyingma, main focus about the Dzogchen. So basically these two are same, but the emphasis are different. So the Mahamudra first focus on the meditation. They are hand-to-hand practice, experiential, step by step, step by step. In the end, lead to the view. So the view meaning to know the nature of reality, nature of your own mind. So that's the view. The Dzogchen at the beginning focus on the view, introduce view, and maintain that view need to require meditation to maintain, be with that. So that comes to meditation. So from view to come to the meditation. So that's a Dzogchen style. Mahamudra from meditation lead to the view. So that's the Mahamudra style. That's the style, but the main meaning, they both are same. And emptiness meaning, empty meaning, doesn't have inherent existence. All the phenomena are that I mentioned before, there's 5 skandhas, right? The third one, the conceptual mind, linked everything together. So when we see the bird in the sky, and all these birds become a group and make shape of an aeroplane, so it looks like an aeroplane in the sky, but it is aeroplane? No, it's just bird. So same thing, the conceptual mind make everything relate together. But when we really be with the reality, I think many of your science, you know, is a multiplicity. Even atom has proton, neutron, electron. When you look at the brain, last time I had in the laboratory a lot of discussion. There's neurons, synapses, cells, so many different things. And these are, when you look at the more deeper level, and their space, and they're moving and changing. In the end, we cannot find actually, according to physics, gravity, quantum gravity loses meaning, time loses meaning, energy loses meaning, space loses meaning. But according to Buddhists, it's not nothing. Because of doesn't have inherent existence, everything can happen. Everything can happen because it doesn't have inherent existence. So that's the meaning of emptiness. So simple example is dream pizza. So today I talk a lot about the pizza. So if you have pizza in the dream, you can touch, you can see, you can smell, you can eat. But is the dream pizza is real or no? No. It doesn't have even one single atom of real pizza on the dream pizza. Yet can appear. Appear, yet is not exist. So that's the meaning of emptiness.
Thank you, Rinpoche. We have 2 more questions, and we are mindful of your time, your precious time. Thank you so much for spending this time with us. But before the last question would be from Jeremy Boff. Would Rinpoche please explain colors in meditation, how to relate to colors, or why do they appear?
Yeah, so sometimes the sign of the meditation, especially this is really mentioned in the Theravadan tradition. that when you watch the breath, and after a certain level, there's a counterpart sign, which is the color, white color, like smoke may appear. And then you focus on that sign, then you will easy to get different jhanas, the different levels of the meditation. In Tibetan Buddhism, we have the Kala Chakra practice. In Kala Chakra, there's there's special, like when you go to the dark room, or you close your eyes, or with the light, there's some kind of color manifestation with us all the time, what we call empty form. And that color, that form is not exist. It's like your own reflection in the mirror. So when you see your own reflection in the mirror, there's nothing, you're one there. Yet there is color. So focus on that color. It will help to understand emptiness. So that kind of practice are there. So, and another practice, what we call kasina meditation. So kasina meditation, there's a white, red, blue, so different color of meditation. These color are connected with sometime temperament, the person's mentality, personality, and they're related with the elements also.
Thank you so much. And the last question is, we at Mind and Life Europe have a community of contemplative education, educators teaching mindfulness in schools for children. Do you have any advice, any guidance, how you would approach teaching young children?
Yes.
Mindfulness or meditation or awareness.
Yeah, I think it's very important to teach, but we have to be really know the level of the kids and to present meditation with the various activities, with the playfulness, with the stories, with the kind of like game, not the competition game, but different funny game, and how we can connect with the meditation through that, I think really important. And at the same time, now my tradition is how to let go of craving and aversion, and putting the loving kindness, compassion together. So I think this kind of meditation is really helps.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche. And I can't stand not asking the last question from Akash Gupta, who asks, where and when can we meet Rinpoche in person?
Somewhere in the future.
Yes,
I will come to the Europe in the future, and America or different Asia also. Now I'm in Nepal, Kathmandu, when the pandemic is gone, and I will travel.
Thank you so much, Rinpoche, for your deep sharing. And I would like to thank you all who participated in this webinar today. You can look at the recording of this talk on Mind and Life Europe's YouTube channel. And you can also follow us on our various social media and on our website. If you are interested in our programs and activities, please sign up to our newsletter. And also you can join our very special group of MLE friends, where we offer special programs, contents, events, and really great teachings from scientists and from contemplative practitioners, from philosophers as well. So please feel free to join us. And I would just like to announce that this talk by Mingyur Rinpoche in the Mind Matters series at Mind and Life Europe is going to be followed by another one in October 27th. We will have a special guest, Alan Wallace, talking to us about the contemplative and scientific ways of knowing. So if you are interested in this special series, you can follow this on YouTube and you can join our live events like today. Once again, thank you very much, Mingyur Rinpoche, for this very special talk to our audience, and thank you all for joining, being with us today. I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.